The opening statement from FTX co-founder Sam Bankman-Fried's legal defense leaned on a familiar charm offensive that married his dueling images as the shy boy next door and the smartest guy in the room. And so in this video, we're going to take a look at what happened in court today and what might be happening next. Today's episode is sponsored by Cake Wallet, where you can send, receive, and even exchange your crypto right from within the wallet. Cake Wallet is open source and non-custodial, so you control your own private keys. Available today on iOS, macOS, Android, and Linux. And StealthEX, a privacy-centric crypto exchange which enables you to make crypto-to-crypto exchanges anonymously. Good evening everybody, and a warm welcome back to Enter Crypto with me, Chris Kenyon, and this is the channel where I keep you updated and fully informed on all the goings on in crypto. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then like, subscribe and click on the notifications bell so that you don't miss out on any future updates. Now, this is of course about SBF, and it's basically a video update, and we'll be following this article from the BBC. I'll quickly read through it and then we'll remark after. So, former crypto CEO Sam Bankman-Fried has appeared in a New York court to answer to charges that his bankrupted financial empire was built on lies. Prosecutors told the court on Wednesday that the former FTX boss stole billions from clients and investors to commit fraud on a massive scale. His lawyers deny all charges, saying the so-called crypto king is a math nerd who was acting in good faith. The blockbuster trial is expected to last about 6 weeks. Mr. Bankman-Fried rose to fame after founding FTX in 2019, once one of the world's biggest crypto exchanges. It looked like Sam Bankman-Fried was on top of the world, lead prosecutor Thane Rain told the packed Manhattan courtroom as the trial kicked off. All of it was built on lies. Mr. Bankman-Fried became a kind of crypto spokesman in Washington, D.C., known for his curly mop, sports sponsorships, and for hobnobbing with celebrities. As markets for digital currencies soured in 2022, he stepped in as a saviour for smaller firms, which earned him the nickname the King of Crypto. But a few months later, he was arrested and charged with fraud after FTX collapsed into bankruptcy, with billions being reported missing. The 31-year-old is accused of stealing billions through wire fraud and money laundering in what amounts to one of the largest financial crimes in US history. The central allegation is that he used customer funds to prop up his own risky investments in his trading firm, Alameda Research, and to fund an extravagant lifestyle. He faces decades in prison if found guilty. The trial opened on Wednesday after 12 jurors and 6 alternates were chosen from a pool of 45 people, and prosecutors say that Mr. Bankman-Fried took more than $10 billion, or £8.2 billion, from unsuspecting FTX customers. He was committing a massive fraud and taking billions of dollars from thousands of victims, Mr. Rain said. He poured money, other people's money, into his own investments to try to make himself even richer, he added. Mr. Bankman-Fried has admitted in media interviews there was mismanagement at the firm, but has denied he appropriated any funds. There was no theft, his lawyer Mark Cohen retorted. During the defence team's opening arguments, Sam didn't defraud anyone, Sam didn't intend to defraud anyone, and Sam acted in good faith. Now, these opening statements at the beginning of a trial are how I always see these as kind of a trailer for a movie, before it's like a kind of a trailer for the rest of the trial. And you get to kind of understand a little bit about the story of what's to come of both sides and what major points they're going to argue. Of course, they're going to go into a lot of detail over the next 6 weeks, which is how long the trial is expected to last. But this gives us an idea of how SBF's defence are going to portray him. And it looks to me as if they're kind of making him out to be kind of like a fallen crypto, wunderkind, because they'll be hoping that it'll sort of land with jurors the way that it previously landed with the politicians and in the investors and all the financial writers, when he was super popular. There'll also be lots of talk about blaming it on basically everybody else. They won't want to accept any blame because they're denying all the charges in this case. And so they will blame the sun, the moon. They'll blame the crypto market, the downturn in the crypto market, that was to blame, that CZ of Binance was to blame. It might be true, some of it, there will be an element of truth in some of it, but I mean, they're going to really lay it on thick, so that it looks, they can distance him from any wrongdoing, as, create as much distance as they possibly can. And that's why his own defence, Mark Cohen, when he addressed the court, he just refers to him as Sam. So he's kind of making it, he's trying to persuade us that he's, this informal, friendly little math nerd who didn't drink and didn't party, didn't steal from anyone, and there was no theft. Whereas you get obviously the prosecution are calling him Mr. Bankman-Fried because they want to make this formal. They want to make sure that we're taking this seriously. So it's fun to watch, actually. It's a big psychological game. And we've also since learned that the government's case against SBF has turned on the testimony of 3 witnesses, and I believe these were going to be co-defendants in the beginning, but they were sort of incentivized. Well, the government made sure that they were incentivized to cooperate with the prosecution, and that was, of course, Caroline Ellison, Gary Wang, and Nishad. I can't remember Nishad Singh. And so while you had all this talk about him being really kind of wrong place, wrong time sort of talk, as in SBF's defence, you have now the prosecution, when they made their arguments, they were focusing on the actual fraud and the people that was hurt by it. And they were saying statements like he had wealth, power, influence, and it was all built on lies. So these are really powerful statements, and the complete opposite to what his defence was. But you would expect that, of course. And they also focused on some tweets that Sam Bankman-Fried made, when he was promising that customer deposits were safe, and actually they weren't. So that is going to cause Sam Bankman-Fried a real headache, because that's going to be real evidence that they're going to use against him. And they're going to be able to document how he did this, I would imagine. Obviously, I haven't seen the evidence. But they did make a remark at the end, which was basically that they said the defendant wasn't able to delete everything, which obviously they're, reading between the lines, they're saying that they have more evidence that they're about to present that he doesn't have access to anymore. So it might be a shock for him as well to see what the prosecution have and what they might be about to use against him. So that's what I've got for you guys. Very exciting. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you found some value in this video, and I'll see you all tomorrow evening. Take care.